So here's a question though. And a thing that kind of doesn't make sense, and it still didn't really make sense to me until I started like looking up all this stuff, is right. The whole streaming thing came along early 2000s, Apple, Spotify, people were stealing Napster music, all that kind of stuff. Music just was going down until about 2014, and then it started going up. And now the global music market, whatever you call that, is at record highs. Yet artists complain about there not really being money at all in music still.
Yes,
and not there being money, but it getting worse.
Streaming is cool, but it's just, you got to do so many streams to get some money. It's ridiculous.
So basically revenue is up, but artists are broke. There's a bunch of reasons for that. And do you have any assumptions or hypotheses, I guess, as to why that's happening?
I want to go Elon Musk again for 2000.
I'm just living the meme. It's like there's living the dream and there's living the meme, and it's pretty much what's happening,
Okay, why would money be up, but the artist not be getting so much from it?
Well, I'm thinking, and I saw this on the Joe Budden podcast recently, where he was talking about, like, as far as rap goes, how it hasn't been, the breadwinner it used to be in the music industry, but there's still like the 7 big names. And what I surmise from that is that everyone's putting money into the big artists, and that's it. So the top of the heap, the Taylor Swifts of the world are still killing it and whatever. But everyone else, even though they're pretty good or pretty established, are still really struggling to make a lot of money, which I think also ties into why people are willing to sell their catalogs. Because if someone's offering them money, and let me take this money now instead of taking a chance on not making it in the future or something like that. So I would say because it's so maybe top heavy, then that's why most of the artists still aren't really getting the money, even though people are paying money to see the big names, but everyone else is kind of in the middle, isn't getting the trickle down, perhaps.
That's a great answer. That's good.
I think that's part of it, but it's kind of on steroids, because you see that in pretty much every other business, like from acting to like technology. There's Google and Apple and Meta, and then there's everybody else. There's a bunch of other companies down there, but for some reason there's a big concentration it's always like a pyramid, like a big concentration at the top, and then there's all these other little things. But I think it's more exaggerated in music, just because this is kind of one of my first reasons of the saturation, that there are so many artists now, and it's the double-edged sword of this technology, where it's easier to make music, easier to become an artist. And then, so there's now people flooding the market with just artists, so many artists, but there's only so much money to go around. So I'm talking to the tune of 100,000 songs uploaded daily to Spotify. And then you put out your song and you're like, hope it works.
It's lost in the shuffle. Yeah.
Right. So even if you have good content, and if you're like a really good artist, the only way to cut through that much noise is money. And then, so like you said, the major artists will put more into their major artists who are more likely to, and so they'll put more money into them to have them cut through and all this kind of stuff.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The other reason is just the concept of like who's getting a piece of the pie, right? You have the big platforms, Apple Music, Spotify Music, they're getting a percentage. Major record labels, they're getting their percentage. And then after that, like the artist is left with like 10 to 20% on the deal, maybe even less. So just the whole structure. And then again, think about it. There's no, I won't say there's no competition, but compare the competition of major labels and streaming platforms to the competition of artists, right? So that there's, even though you're getting a piece of the pie, you're getting less and less and less, because there's like 10,000 new artists this year.
Right.
And all that money has to be split among you, right? So it's crazy. Another random thing is that